All right, so Unit 2, Lesson 4, practice. You're going to need some paper. There's not enough room on here to write everything you need. But I think I can shove A in there and E, and then I'll do all the rest on another piece of paper. So, let's see. A says write the point-slope form of the equation of the line through the given point with the given slope. Okay. So that means you're given 1 point and 1 slope, and they want the point-slope form of the equation. What's the point-slope formula? Let's write things down. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. That is the point-slope form of the equation. What is the slope-intercept form? I'm going to write this point-slope form, okay, of the equation of the line. Some people call it this point slope formula, okay. The slope intercept, oops, probably can't read that. We come down, slope intercept form, probably can't read that, sorry. Here. Slope intercept form of a line is y equals mx plus b. And what's the other thing we need? Slope formula. Y equals I'm awake. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So those are 3 things I need to memorize. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Point slope of the equation given the slope. Okay. So I'm going to use that first one, the point slope. So that means I'm always going to have a y. And minus, this is x1, y1, so minus 2. Equals the slope 1/2 times x minus 2. Done. Okay. This one's going to be y minus a minus 2. Minus 2, goodness. X minus 2. Okay, so this is going to be x plus 2 equals negative 2x minus 2. So we're not distributing if they just want the equation, okay? They just want the equation in point-slope form. That's it. All right? This one says, let's see, y equals, no, not y equals, y minus y1, x1, y1, negative 5 equals, the slope was 9, x minus a minus 1. So that's going to be y plus 5 equals 9, x plus 1. Done. Okay? The other ones are going to need some more space, except for the last one. Let me try the last one here. Copy center charges $2.55 for any copy. What's that? That's going to be in the end, right? And then it's 2 cents per copy. 0.2 X or C or whatever. Let's see, P for the total amount of copies. P. Use N for the number of copies. Okay, hang on. Follow directions. All right, so use N for the number of copies made. P for the total amount the customer pays. All right, so the slope or the rate is right there. Rate, slope. The start or the B is right there, right? Right there is your X, or number of something, right, in the rate problem. And this is your Y, or your total cost. Okay. All right, write an equation to solve for P. I just did that. What would be the total amount paid for 35 copies? That's code for N equals, in this case, N instead of X, 35. So that means if I put a 35 in there, 0.02 times 35 copies plus the start amount is going to equal, if I did that right, that's going to be 0.7 plus 255. That's pretty cheap copies. It's going to be a P equals $3.25. Not too bad. What is the slope in the problem? What are the units? The slope in the problem is 0.02. The units, that is dollars. Okay. It could be dollars and cents because it's 2 cents or 0.02 of a dollar. So either one, dollars and cents, probably good enough. The y-intercept in the problem is the b, which is the start, which is $2.55. What are the units? Oh, they're dollars. Dollars. Okay, or dollars and cents, however you want to say that. But that's the b. Okay? All right, so let's go over and do letter B here. Let me just check and make sure I wrote everything down so I don't have to keep coming back. Let's see, 1, 2, and 3. Yep, I wrote it down on the other piece of paper. Yep. Okay, so the first one says, so B says put things in slope-intercept form. This one says point slope. This one says slope-intercept. So slope-intercept points and the other. So let's go to blank pieces of paper here. And the first one was I'll try to be a little neater. I think it would work if I wrote a little larger. Okay, so B1 was -1, -5, M equals 2. And we're supposed to use that to write it in slope-intercept form. We need it in slope-intercept form, but this is not a y-intercept, so we can't go straight there. So when you get 1 point and 1 slope, you need to use the point-slope formula. Let's write it down. Point-slope formula or form would be y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. Write it down at the top of the page every time until it gets memorized, okay? What are you going to do without it on the test? We need to memorize it. All right, 1 point, 1 slope. Let's put it in there. This is x1, y1. So y minus a minus 1 equals the slope. X minus a minus... Wait. That was y. -5. X is -1. Y plus 5 equals 2x plus 1. All right, that is the equation in point-slope form. Okay, but they asked for it in slope-intercept form. Wow, sorry. So we need to go ahead and distribute. I need to slow down writing. Hang on. Y plus 5 equals 2x plus 2. Move the 5 over. Y equals 2x plus, minus, plus a -3. Might as well put -3. Did I do that right? I did it wrong on the key though. Sorry, let me fix that. Key, that is a fix 2. Alright. Alright, that was 1. 2 is 4. -3, m, and then the slope is this number. Okay, so they need that in slope-intercept form. So y minus, that's x1, y1, y minus a minus 3 equals a -7/4 x minus 4. Yes, okay, so x plus 3, and then I can distribute. All right, so a -7/4 times a -4/1 gives me a positive 28/4, which is a positive 7, I believe. Okay, move the 3 over. Y equals -7/4x plus 4. Done. That's slope-intercept form. Okay. 3 was -2, -2. M equals -2/3. All right. Y minus y1 equals the slope times x minus x1. Okay. Y plus 2 equals -2/3 x. What is -2/3 times a positive 2? -4/3. All right, -2 minus 2. Y equals -2/3 x. And then how do you add -4/3 to 2? 2 is what over 3? This is times 3. That's times 3, so that's a 6. So -2 makes a -6/3, which gives you a -10/3. So -10/3. So this right here is the answer to that one. All right, so then we had C1, -4, 3, and -3, 1. And we needed that in point slope form. So neither one of these are B, not that it matters anyway. Don't need a B for point slope form. Do need a slope though for whatever I'm doing. So m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is x1. I'm going to go ahead and label this as point 1. This is point 2. So that is 1 minus 3 over -3 minus a minus 4. -2, that's a plus over 1 is a -2. Let me check. Yep, that's what I had before. All right. Now, I need one of these points to use in my point slope. This one's already labeled 1, 1, so let's just use that one. So y minus 3, right, y1, equals the slope that I just figured out, and then x minus a minus 4. Y minus 3 equals -2x plus 4. And I think, isn't that the only thing they wanted? That's all they wanted. So that is it in point slope form. Number 2. Number 2 said negative 4, 5. 4, 4. And they want that in point slope. So I need to find the slope first. x1, y1, x2, y2, 0.1, 0.2. Okay. Slope would be 4 minus 5 over 4 minus a minus 4, I believe. It seems weird. Let me check. Number 2, yeah, that's what I had. Okay. I should say somewhere that that equals m, okay? Right there is my slope. All right, then I need to use 1 point. You know what? I'm going to use this point. It looks a lot easier than having negatives. So y minus 4 equals negative 1/8 times x minus 4. That's it. That's the answer. Also accepted would be the other point. So that would be negative 5 equals negative 1/8 x minus a minus 4 would be y minus 5 equals 1/8. That's negative x plus 4. Yep. Either answer. Okay. I need more paper. Or I need to erase. Here's more paper. Okay. That was 2. Is that all there was? Hang on. Yeah, there's only 2. I did that one and I did that one. All right, so D says write in slope intercept form through the points. Oop. Okay. So D, number 1, said that negative 1, negative 2, and I need it in slope-intercept form. So I need m first. x1, y1, x2, y2, negative 2 minus 6 over negative 1 minus a minus 3 is negative 8 over 2, which is a negative 4. I think so. All right, and then that gets me the slope, and I need one of these points. Let's just go with this one. So y minus 6 equals negative 4 times x minus a minus 3. Everybody see what we're doing? Y minus 6 equals negative 4x plus 3. Distribute. Negative 4x minus 12. Move the 6. Y equals negative 4x minus 6. Let me check my answer. That's what I have. Okay. You can also put the other point in, but you should end up at the same place. Let's try it. So y minus a minus 2 equals negative 4 x minus a minus 1. Let's see if I can not mess this up. 2 equals, that was a whole lot of negatives going on. 8 plus 1. Right? Okay, distribute. I don't even take 2 steps at one time because I will mess it up. Maybe you're better at this than I am, but there we go. Same as this one, okay? So it doesn't matter which point you use when you have to pick one point and one slope, okay? For 2, we had 6 minus 2 minus 4, 1. x1, y1, x2, y2, 0.1, 0.2. Put my slope together. 1 minus a minus 2. Negative 4 minus 6. 3 on top, negative 10 underneath. I think so. So I don't think it matters. I know it doesn't matter which one to pick, so we're just going to stick with this one. Y minus a minus 2 equals negative 3/10. Remember, negative down there is the same as the negative up here, is the same as the negative straight across. It's just one negative somewhere. It doesn't really matter where. This is a negative fraction, okay? X minus 6. So this is y plus 2 equals negative 3/10 x. And then negative 3/10 times negative 6 over 1 equals a positive 18 over 10. Let's just leave it like that for a minute. All right, then minus 2 minus 2. Y equals negative 3/10 x. So 18 over 10, you can clear the 10 out if you want. By multiplying everything by a 10, but you're going to end up throwing a number in front of that y, so you might as well, if it's not a big deal, try to learn how to add these things together. 18, so negative 2 is what as tens? This would be times 10, so this would be times 10, so this would be negative 20. Negative 20 tens is the same thing as a negative 2, okay? Negative 20 tens is the same thing. So you end up getting a negative 2 over 10, which is the same as negative 1 over 5. So this is going to be minus 1/5 is my final answer. So feel free to do stuff off to the side, okay? I can see what you're trying to do. This is a positive 18 divided by 10. Let's see what it would look like if I did clear the fraction. Hang on. So where I would clear it would be here. Y plus 2 equals negative 3/10x plus 18 over 10. Okay, that's a lot of tens. That's another reason I don't change the denominator, okay? If the slope is over 10 and I distribute that fraction over 10, I leave it over 10. I don't reduce it, then I'd have two different denominators. You might as well leave it the same, so you could clear them if you wanted to. But remember, you're going to have to do it 4 times. If you already distributed, I could do it back up here. Hang on. This would be 10y plus 20 equals negative 3x plus 18. Or, you know what, if I cleared it here, I can multiply this by 10, this by 10, and this by 10, not that. Okay, you're going to get 10y plus 20 equals negative 3 that you will then have to distribute, okay? I don't know if I have enough room to do all this. Equals negative 3x plus 18. Move the 20 over. 10y equals negative 3x minus 2 divided by 10. That gets your y equals negative 3 over 10x plus 2 over 10, which is 1/5. Oops, that's a negative. That's a negative. Okay, so clearing the fraction works. I think it took a little longer, but that's up to you. I think that's everything. Yep.